Oh, Deeply Awake Chat 2017, but it's not a chat. No, once again, it's a channel. We must come after that amazing little travelogue that some of you took. We are hoping that many will take that journey because it is beautiful and will assist many. Not only the individuals in this one's life, not only she herself, but also those in the future. Yes. Yes. So this is the way it goes. So we give you this lovely offering today. We have given much in the way of instruction to the night, and so we would like to give a little bit more information now for everyone, because you know what is not languaged at the bedside well doesn't need to be understood well. If there are no words, if there's nothing to hang the thoughts on, then it becomes a bit of a mist in the air that you breathe in, you see. And oftentimes, you know, we have talked about it, that we would visit and then we would not step away the energy. There was one report, we believe in 13, it could be as late as 14, that it is expressed in the, it is long, that's this particular channel, we expose much in terms of what the consciousness is going through during this. And so we would like to explain a little bit about these geometries and sort of take the lid off a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. We don't want to do much, but we want to do a little bit because so much has already been done. And so there must be a bit of explanation and instruction, that's all. For those interested in the Ascension and stuff like that. Will you too? Do you have a day that rings in your bones with the next adventure? Well, you know, you may not have the tool of astrology, which is, we like to think of it as a set of glasses. You put them on and you can see things that you normally would not see, patterns and things like that. It is a rough quantum lens, let's say, for personality. It's very nice. Okay, so this one before you, you know, she has this visitation and all these things, Lala. And she's quick to think and goes, oh, wait a minute, and figures it out. Well, you know, it took 5 years. It's not as if it happened overnight. So, yes, it did happen spontaneously and without instruction. However, it took quite a long time, yes. Does that mean she's a dunce? No, it means that it would not have been appropriate. Was there any clips to go to and discuss this in the 2012? No, there wasn't eclipse in 17 and 24. Okay. First wave, second wave. So, might you have a special day that rings with you, stays with you, that defines you, and yet it's rather new. Was it the day you finally knew you would forever follow through and would never again allow that man, that woman, entrance into your holiest of holies? Could it be that during this time there was a moment? Perhaps it was after you purchased the home. One moment where the stillness, the sanctity of this realization, of this new way, rung in your heart and cleared your head, and you go to that moment and remember it. Is there such a day, time, meeting, accomplishment, reunion, separation, Is there such a moment for you when you knew after that moment nothing would ever be the same? And perhaps it's only in retrospect you understand the significance of that particular shimmery moment you had alone. Perhaps in an outhouse, perhaps in a gift shop, perhaps in orgasm, perhaps in pain, perhaps in extremity, perhaps in childbirth. Look you at what your life has brought you since the winter solstice of 2012, we say. Look, for within are the new fractals, dears. Within the old fractals, dears. If there is such a moment for you, such a moment of such significance, such enormity, perhaps completely enveloped in silence. Well, if you are an astrologer, if you have this natural interest, you might go and look at that day, at that moment, at that hour, and see. And of course, if you want to use the astrology, well, then it's helpful to have your natal chart in your awareness, not just on file. And for you to have opinions about it, well, that's okay too. And you may be deeply in love with it, deeply in hate with it, and deeply afraid of it, like the one before you, feeling it every day of her life, a sacrifice to her God, to live as she does, thinking as she does, feeling as she does, aware as she is, and silent as she is. My God, what a weight. For her, there were many moments, and so there is one which is preferred. Perhaps that is your song as well. Perhaps it is simply by applying plasticity to identity that you begin to understand you are more than a simple pictograph. Just as that crop circle talks a little bit more than in simple geometries. Both are codes, obviously. So, we wish to just point out that, there's a basic truth that is going unspoken and it needs to be spoken, okay? It has to do with electron, it has to do with quanta, it has to do with identity, and it has to do with astrology. Consider pure creation is circular. Have we not spoken about circles? Circles are all but lost in the consciousness at the moment. They will be returning, however. What's the opposite of a circle? A line. Alright. When you see a pie thing with the astrology, you are seeing a circle. The circle of life, we say. Yes. And then, yes, a simple circle within which, what are those? Those are lines, dear ones. Those are geometries. Those are duality expressed, okay? consciousness expressed through duality, lines, conjunctions and oppositions and all that kind of thing, okay? But we would like you to think about a lifetime as a bowl of cereal instead of a pie chart, because, this pie chart can be laid down. Oh. And then the geometries, they begin to look like little nuggets. They do. And they're pretty, and they kind of stick to the bowl. So you add some milk so you can eat them. They're tasty. So you scrape them and they're good. And then you drink the milk. Well, you have a bowl. You're hungry for more. Want cereal? More cereal. That planetique stuff is good. Get some more of that. What we are saying is that the geometries that you live out, these astrologic things, well, DNA, coding, astrology, life stories, timelines. When you see DNA as a little ladder, the 2D model, all of those things are saying the same thing. They're saying lines. So, if you finish your cereal and the bowl is complete and there's no more milk or anything, well, Mama doesn't like people to go hungry. And so, once consumed, of course, there is another helping. And it's funny how eating a little bowl like this, it makes the eater into a connoisseur, and very, very particular with the tastes. They may have to taste a few more. Taste a few more combinations of milk and cereal. Ooh, I want more. Have we not always said that part of this ascension process is going toward what lights you up? Uh-oh. What happens if you are such a traditionalist? Oh my. Ooh, so traditional. Oh my. Shackled by habitry. Ooh, that is the exaltation of habits and being habitual into art, into spiritual art, habitry. Is what happens if a light goes on. Oh, and the habits, well, they don't seem so compulsory sometimes. They get broken sometimes, and then pretty soon they become forgotten. And more of what tastes good is being consumed, regardless of what is being served at that table. Okay? So we say, go look. Contemplate. Was there a moment? We would say, for those paying attention to their lives and to the energy, there was a moment. Probably many. But one which defines where you want to go next. Yes. And if it is not a moment that is in line with what your soul's got cooked up, well then, you'll run out of steam with that one. You'll have to keep going. Might be another one. This is not the same as the gifts that are being readied. They've been ready a while. They've just been sitting there for so long. And we said you guys have been stumbling over many of them. You simply don't realize they're there. It's so cute. So here. Yes, we know that there's lots of people going out of their way to be goofy and scary right now. Yes, sure. Okay. All right. How involved are you in all of that? As your mind tumbles into possibilities of release from questions that have been burning at you for a lifetime. You know you're close, you know. You're close. And for those without this studious edge, but with a drum beat, it synchronizes with the heartbeat very nicely, but is different than that heartbeat. And is not from around here. It's from the next step. It's from the other side. It's in time with the heart, but it's a different rhythm. What more do you need? What more do you need? If your feet must shuffle, and yet there's a new syncopation. What more do you need to move your foot a different way, just once in a while? Oh, we can hardly wait for this eclipse. Calamity ran down the mountainsides and into the rivers. You know, it was tough. There was a lot to say goodbye to and break from. And it's weird being in free fall, for the strangest ghosts are projected onto the walls. But true to paradoxes, penchant for creation. As the lights go out, the light turns on. This is all simply prep work, dears. You have 6 days. Only 6 days. And after that, you know what happens? The rest of the day, and the next day, and the next day. Okay? We would ask if you want to. Yes, there's lots of Judeo-Christian and strictly Hebrew coming through this eclipse. Of course, they're supposed to be. Look at it. You have a crop circle with insemination as its idea, talking to you in plain terms about so much. Then you have this eclipse, and then you have in Virgo this beautiful birth, and then you have a cradle holding a different consciousness. In December, are we talking about those who are cemented into karma? Well, we're talking about everyone. This is what we have explained to her through the night, how it impacts everyone. Leave it here. That all will be affected, and you will know what to do. We have said that before, more than once. Alright, that's all we have to say. We have things to do. We are going to take care of business now. Oh God, what a beautiful day. So we are going to go, and we wish you every happiness on your journey today and in every day. And we wish for you to know mercy and gentleness, truth, humility in self and in all others. This is our hope this day and in all days to come. Namaste.